So welcome back to Whiskey Sips and Business Tips, where business meets real talk over a good glass. Hi.
And I'm Mosa. Together we bring you conversations with leaders in the community, other entrepreneurs and big thinkers that are not only shaping business, but also shaping life. And we're excited to bring you a very good friend of mine. Armando, you want to introduce our guest?
Of course, we're not only excited because he is our first guest.
I'm the first one?
You are,
Yes, sir.
Come on now.
but we got someone who's not only making a name for himself for real estate, but also now he's taking this to the next level. He's a developer,
Yeah.
he's a builder,
Yeah.
and ladies and gents, Mr. Andre.
Yes,
Welcome, man.
and the
Welcome.
crowd go wild. Yes, yes.
Thanks for being here.
So for the millions of people who's watching
There
and
you go.
listening, Mr. Armando,
Thank you.
my brother Moser, thank you guys for allowing me to be here in the presence of
Pleasure.
greatness.
Pleasure.
Super excited to be here.
Well, thank you. Thank you for being here. Andre, you built, a pretty good, strong name in real estate.
Yeah.
And take us back.
Yeah.
What was the moment, I guess, that early when you started and you said, man, this is what I was meant to do?
Yeah. No, great question. So let me take it back to when I was working and reading meters, right? So for all my past meter readers out there,
There you
right?
go.
Before OMR meters, where you used to have to go up to the meter and read it, right, with electronically. I remember I moved up in the company. I was a company guy. I started growing within the company. Then I began to do FSR, where I was turning people lights on and off.
Oh,
right? Most of you know about this story,
Oh,
right?
I'm glad you were not in my life. at
Yeah.
that time.
yeah. And so I had went to this one apartment complex where I was going to turn this latest light off, right? So I went out and I realized she was still in power.
Oh.
Called the
well,
cops.
Yeah, those you need to cut
And then end up the cops coming, and I have my shirt tucked in. I'm a company corporate guy, right? I done made it. I have arrived.
Right.
Right. Sure enough, the cops came. Long story short, the cop took me to jail. For the millions of people out there watching and say, yeah, he took me to jail, right? So I remember he asked me for my license. I gave him my license. She gave him his license. When he came back, he said, sir, put your hands behind your back. And I'm looking behind my back like, who is he talking to, right? And he was talking to me. So ended up going to jail,
Ooh.
lost my job, and I was blackballed to where I couldn't do anything else in meter reading.
Wow.
At that moment, I realized that I needed to change something because I had banked everything on my corporate job.
Yeah.
Like if I had kids in the family, luckily I was still young. And I went back to start back working at Walmart, then start back working in a refinery. But that was a pivotal moment in my life of me losing my job and losing everything that I had. I didn't have much, but I did lose what I did. Right? And I realized at that moment, once I get my things back together, I need to have something else outside of my corporate job.
Wow.
And that was a turning point for me
Wow.
to
Talking
where I am
about,
today.
I guess, the failure at that
Yeah.
time, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now going back to what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
What was the first win like? What was?
My first win.
Yeah.
So my first win was when I was working in corporate America as in the oil and gas field. And I would say my very first win, I was making six figures in the oil and gas field.
Nice.
But my very first win was when I finally landed a deal with the people that I was working with.
With
And
your
let me my coworkers. And let me tell you, that is one of the hardest things to do is to land your coworkers, because here's the thing. They see me as an operator, not as an agent. I tell them all the time I'm a real estate agent, but they're like, yeah, Dre, go turn that valve, right? So that was my biggest win, is them seeing me in my professional state instead of me just being a corporate
Completely
person.
different face. Yeah.
And once I was able to land one, and it was Carlos. Shout out to Carlos Garza. Once I was able to land him, that was a turning point for me in business wise, to where people start respecting me as an agent and not just as a process operator.
What a story, man.
Yeah.
What a story.
So obviously we're skipping a lot here because you've done a lot in the real estate. Well, actually, just so people have an understanding of what you've done, what was your biggest year in production?
Man, 2022.
Oh, recently.
Yeah, that was COVID.
Oh.
I call that COVID money, right?
Yeah.
Oh boy, that year, I think we did 28 million.
Yeah.
28 million. You beat me.
Yeah, yeah.
You sure did.
Yeah, in 2022, like, I'm a heavy listing agent, right?
Yeah.
So I'm 90% listings, maybe 10% buyers.
That's right.
I did around 28 million. Anything that I was putting on the market was selling.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing about COVID 2022. It made you believe that it was you. Right?
It was you.
It was me.
It was you.
But in my head, I'm thinking I'm the best thing out here walking.
Well, you were.
Right?
Yeah.
But the challenge was, I'm good, right? I am a great agent.
Good.
But also it lined it up with the interest rates being 2 or 3%.
Yeah.
And then me already having a lot of listings that everything that I was putting on the market just flying off. So yeah, 28 million back in
28 million.
2002.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
So he beat me.
Yeah,
My biggest year was 21 million.
yeah, yeah.
Man, congrats.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
Just so we know, there's so the listeners understand the value that's in here at the table. You
Yeah.
know, there's been that's a very anywhere in the 20s is an extremely hard thing to achieve as a realtor, right?
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
A lot of work.
It's not an easy thing. So, Andre, going from the success in real estate and because you and I did this together, so this is at a point where, like you're seeing a lot of success in real estate. What was it from your point of view that made you want to get into investments, developing, flipping?
Yeah. No, great question. The reason
Because
why,
most people, sorry to cut you off,
Yeah,
most people doing 20-something million are not worried about, hey, where can I go make,
Yeah.
how can I start a fresh sector of business and start a new stream of income? Because that always comes with challenges. And you had already figured out very well one stream of income.
Yeah.
What made you take on that challenge at that time?
yeah, but you and I both know, Moza, and what make us so great in our profession is that we always want to pivot and stay ahead of the curve.
That's right.
Right, we know that you can only sustain that amount of production for a little bit of time. So you got to start bringing people in and start adding other things to your plate to where you can really grow. And so what made me really want to get into development is because I realized I'm only as good as my last deal. So I closed the deal on Friday. I made my money. Now I got to go back out there and hunt for
the next one.
For the next 6 months,
Yep.
right? And keep doing that, right? And also, you have to be prepared to get fired. For all my listeners out there, yes, I have been fired plenty of times as a real estate professional.
Yeah.
Buyer's agent, fired. Listing agent, fired, right? I have. Because here's the thing. Anytime you allow someone else to hold your future and hold how you're going to feed your family, you are putting yourself in the bind.
Oh, you put yourself.
Right?
Absolutely.
So I'm like, how can I stay within real estate and still control my inventory? Right? So I realized new construction was it. So I'm like, hey, we can buy the land, we
Right.
make money on that. We can go through the soft cost stage. We can build the product. We can develop the land. We can build the product, and then we can sell it.
That's total control.
Total control. So now I get to buy the land and then sell the end product. And at least I know I control this part, right? And that's what made me get into it, because I realized it's tough being a listing and buyer's agent, because if a product don't sell, they're looking to blame someone. And the majority of the time, they're going to blame us, the buyer's agent or listing agent, and then maybe close third,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
So
my God.
I wanted to control the inventory to where I can kind of dictate in how things run.
Wow, that's a good story. So switching into development comes with a lot of risks.
Yeah.
And you've had a family,
Yeah.
right? So What was one of the hardest lessons that you learned so far when you made the transition, and now that you are doing that,
Yeah.
that you wish someone had told you before you got into that business?
Oh. But the great thing about it, when we got into this business of developing, we knew coming in we needed mentorship.
There you go.
So we didn't jump right in thinking that we're gonna willy-nilly this thing through, right? So we had mentor with Julio.
Why don't we go through that process? What did
Yeah.
that look like?
So what it looks like is, say for instance, you say, hey, I want to build. I want to learn development. I want to be a builder. Developing builders are two different things. A developer is a person who's going to bring out the infrastructure, right?
Yes, sir.
The catch basins, the drainage, the plumbing, things like that. And then your builder is the one who go vertical with the foundation all the way up to the finished product. Mose and I, we do both. We develop the land and then we build on it. And I tell people this, you do not want to jump in this without mentorship, right? And the great thing about us is that we didn't jump right into development back in 2022. We brought in a GC to teach us the game. He built the first 2 homes for us. We were taking notes at the property, and we told him straight up that our game plan is to build these other 2 without you.
Yeah.
Now,
Tell him what GC means. 'Cause some
Oh
people
yeah,
may not.
general contractor.
There you go.
General contractor is a person who oversees the project from the beginning to the end to get your certificate of compliance, which means that you have completed this product and met city codes, right?
That's right.
And so we paid the GC, we paid Julio. He built the first 2, and then we built the other 2 ourselves. And we was able to have a successful project is because we had a mentor. And I just want to say, if you're looking to get into this game, get you a mentor who's going to edify you, uplift you, but also share the contracts and the contacts with you to help you avoid the pitfalls of new construction.
Absolutely.
Or anything for that matter.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Anything.
Because really, it really started before we even had the idea, because really we were helping a lot of clients. And,
Yeah.
and I remember the first time we ever walked through, the first time I walked through a new construction, it was at Carlos Garza's project on,
Southeastern, right?
No, the one on
No,
New
Fifth
Orleans.
Ward, yes.
The one right behind my Lions house.
Yeah.
And we had walked through that, and I remember, because I think at that time we had just started getting those lists from Kingsley.
Yeah.
And finding investment opportunities and flipping a couple pieces of land. And we were kind of toying with the idea. And I remember walking through Carlos's project and thinking like, man, it felt so far away.
So far away.
It felt like it was, like, man, why it was overwhelming, like, to see the just
process-
everything that
the
goes
process
into
of
it.
the actual building already.
The
built.
process. I think at the time we walked through, it was like it was a skeleton. It had been framed, electric and plumbing. And so, but from there, and then actually, I don't know if you remember, prior to us hiring Julio, we actually paid, I don't remember the guy's name anymore.
Oh, yeah.
For mentorship, right?
Yeah, that's it.
We didn't get a whole lot out of it.
Yeah.
But it was, there was, I don't know, maybe close to a year of being very interested, walking other people's projects, trying to find somebody that will kind of guide us through, what we don't know. I mean, we had the idea of what we want to do, but we don't know how to do it. Didn't really get far with that first individual until we connected with Julio and actually was able to get it done.
Yeah.
It's
And that's what I don't get sometimes with realtors.
Yeah.
That sometimes they get a license and they come to one training session and now they feel like they don't need anything else. They don't need a mentorship. They don't need nothing. And they are gambling with people's hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
I just can't. I can digest that because, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but if you want to be a doctor,
Yeah.
you got to go like how many, 12 years? Or 8 years?
Yeah. 8.
7 of school,
and
another
you
couple
gotta
of residency.
Yeah, if you're
Close to
going to be
10
a
years.
lawyer, the same thing. Just listening to you guys, you want what, over a year of mentorship?
Easy.
Yeah. But before we even met our mentor, we was a year of searching and digging.
Right.
So, yeah, I think to get to what you are right now, it's not only the will to,
Yeah.
but it's also the how to, and someone who's going to teach you how to do things.
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing. We all have different starting points. And if you have a trust fund behind you and you're able, and especially in the development game, right? Like if you have a trust fund behind you and you got unlimited funds to play with to make your mistakes, that's one thing.
Knock it down.
But but for a lot of us, it's like, man, you're putting up almost everything you got.
Yeah.
And it's either you're going to make it work on the first one or it's going to knock you back down. I mean, you could lose. It's very easy to lose money if you do it improperly.
Oh, tell me about it.
And so, the guidance or the value of guidance that you get from a mentor could be the difference of, hey, this could actually be a path for you to make money long term, or you just took your life savings and you gambled it and you lost it.
Well, yeah, because you're paying someone to give you the knowledge that this person has acquired for over, 10, 20 years.
Yeah.
And you need to absorb all that within 6 months to 12 months. And the value is on everything that you're going to get.
Yeah.
It's not on what you're going to pay. It may sound like a lot of money, but just think about the 20 years that this person endured to gain that knowledge.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the biggest thing for us in real estate in terms of lenders, agents.
Yeah.
Because the context is a lot of times clients will see how much we make and they're like, well, man, you really didn't do a whole lot.
That's what, so they think, right?
Yeah. Hey, how about I get a point back? Or how about, how about we split this? Because it's a lot of money.
Yeah, you get a point.
Yeah. And it's like, no, man, this is the thing is we're not getting paid for the work that and we talk about this a lot. We're not getting paid for the work that we did today. We're getting paid for everything we endured to still be here today.
Yeah.
Because it's to be able, probably better than me. What's the turnover rate in real estate? Like how many realtors fail in their first year, second year?
Ooh, I don't know the exact number,
80s
but I know
percentile?
that it's going to be probably more.
Close
Well,
to
it
90?
depends on what you call failure, right? Because we have over 40-some thousand realtors at the board right now. And on average, in Houston, realtors make $41,000 on average. $41,000. Not even a fly can live on that.
Yeah.
I don't know, realtors who close 3 or 4 transactions per year. I don't know how they can live, to be honest.
Yeah.
So to me, that is not a success in real estate, right? So the turnover rate is probably going to be, maybe 40, 60%?
Yeah.
Well, let me share this with you. Back in 2006, I would say 2005, there were almost 40,000 realtors on the board. Then 2008 came, 2009, and by 2011, it was less than 14,000.
Wow. Cutting a third.
Yeah. So like I was telling to you the other day, good markets beget bad realtors. And bad markets beget good realtors.
It's true.
So right now we're 40,000+. What's going to happen next? So that's when the actual turnover is going to reveal, which is about 60%, maybe sometimes more. Yeah.
It's difficult to last. It's difficult to last the first year or two because the amount of work that has to go in with the minimal amount of payment that you get for that work, most people don't have they don't have the capacity and the resistance to go that long,
So that's why they got to go into cold turkey.
Yeah.
Because
and that's where mentors help a lot as well.
Yeah.
Like having the proper guidance could be the difference of it works for you or it doesn't.
I've been, I don't mean to brag or by no means, I've been on straight commissions since April of 1988. April the 25th of 1988. That was the pivot point for me. Yeah. Before you were born.
Yeah. So I would say this. What mentorship does, it allow you to skip the line.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
So it allows you to skip the line. You skip the line because people who pay attention, right? And I tell people I would never get into something if I don't know about, that I don't bring someone in who's an expert matter. Like I'm starting to tap into commercial more.
Okay.
So I had a client say, hey, I got this commercial building, I want to rent it out. I didn't say, let me go learn real quick so I can keep all the money. No, I said, hey, I got a great relationship with this commercial person. Hey, let's come together. You take the lead. I'll learn and see what you're doing, and you let me know how we're going to split this commission.
Whichever way, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
right? Because now, instead of me not getting anything, I'm getting something, but also I'm
You
learning.
get the knowledge.
Yeah.
And I'm bringing someone in who's going to take care of the client, right? But best believe, like, I told myself this, like, okay, now, based on what you give me, I'm giving you the same thing when you bring a referral to me, right?
Right.
For people out there, remember, it goes both ways. But and that's what I'm learning in this industry for sure.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mosa?
So our target audience is new entrepreneurs, existing entrepreneurs, people that are looking to develop themselves, improve themselves, be able to change their life, change their family's life. How would you say somebody who's looking to walk that path, what type of advice would you give them? What would you say, knowing how hard it is, knowing how difficult it is to be sitting in the seats that we're in today?
Yeah.
And also having the perspective, because you've mentored, you've had a team, you've mentored a lot of first-time investors. What are the things that you notice in terms of patterns, behavior, personality types for people that end up making successes out of themselves and people that end up turning around and falling back on a plan B or quitting?
I tell people this. I want to know, how do you react when things get tough?
Yeah, that's a good
Like
point.
when the deal fall apart, when you lose money, when everything is going not according to plan. What type of person do we get?
There you go.
Yeah.
Right? Because when everything is running smooth, everyone's making money, there's no issues,
Everybody's happy.
everyone's happy, right? So I need to know what happens when you don't get the deal that you want, when things doesn't go according to plan. What person do we get?
Exactly.
Right? Are you looking to blame someone? Or are you looking to say, hey, what can I learn from this situation? How can I approach this situation better next time? So when it happens again, I'm better prepared, right? First of all, I tell my mentees, I need to know that type of person in you. Because based on me knowing that type of person in you would dictate and determine how you are successful in this business.
Yeah.
Because we're going to deal with things not going according to plan more times than not.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like if you come into this business thinking that everything will go according to plan because the person wrote a contract, show proof of funds, and then a day before closing backed out on you. Are you ready for that?
Yeah.
Are you ready for when someone say they want it and then they backdoor you to try to go talk with your connection and bump you out the deal? Are you ready for that? Are you ready to be lied on? Are you ready to be mistreated? Like all of this stuff you will experience with being an entrepreneur and an investor in this field. And the main thing that I want you, the millions of people who's watching and listening, to know, do not lose yourself.
Yep.
Because this journey will chew you up and try to spit you out and try to turn you into something that you're not. As you grow through
Then
this journey,
step on you. And
yes, right? Do not lose yourself. Do not lose who you are, right? And another thing, when you're trying to find yourself as an entrepreneur, you're going to see different things on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, right? You figure out what you're passionate about, who you are, and you start building your own tribe. So many times I'm seeing people trying to be like everyone else, and they all over the place, and nobody know who you really are.
That's right.
Be you, build your tribe, be genuine, right? Get the intellectual property, get the knowledge, you get the wisdom, and start sharing it. And I guarantee you the right people are going to start coming to you
That's right.
and want to work with you.
Because you can't give what you don't have.
You can't.
Yeah.
And so many times we try to do what everyone else is doing, and you're going to get tired. You're going to wear yourself out because it's not you.
Yeah.
It's a replica.
Yeah, I would never get tired of being me,
No.
right? I show up, most of the funny, like, oh yeah, this is what Dre does. Because this is what I do. I show up every time
There you go.
because I have a passion for what I do.
Yeah. Yeah. And what you said just a couple of seconds ago, it's very true, very, very true in the real estate industry as a realtor. Because the mentality that people have out there is that, man, as soon as I get my license, people are going to start flocking
Yeah,
over,
yeah, yeah.
wanting to purchase or sell a home. And then they get the license and they realize that, oh, shit, they don't trust me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't want to do business with me. And that's where the pivoting thing starts to happen. Man, am I cut for this?
Right.
Is this something that I want to do? I don't have 6 months of reserves to feed my family
Yeah.
or nothing. So it's hard to get into any business
Yeah.
at the beginning.
Andre and I talk about this a lot. And because we've experienced it and have had to emulate it many times.
Yeah, yeah.
Having blind delusion
Yeah.
in yourself and in your path. Like, you know, because Andre and I have these conversations on a regular basis where it's like, man, we look back and we're like, dude, the fact that we were able to make this work, it's like...
And still making it work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The odds are stacked against us.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Well,
man, we're a couple knuckleheads, you know, we're trying to figure stuff out. We're
Yeah.
not properly trained. We don't have the background. We don't have... And it's like, but it's the sheer persistence.
and
that,
the mentoring.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
you know, one thing I have learned about people is that we talk about people saying, hey, man, I want to get more leads. I want to get more opportunities. How can I do it?
Work.
And I tell people, yeah, work. But also you're saying, hey, I want to get more opportunity in helping other developers, where you go and learn about developing, right?
Yeah.
90% of my business is from working with other developers because I'm a developer, I'm a builder. So now I know how to talk the language. I know how to have the conversation and add value to them to where they want to work with me. I don't have a lot of business in first-time home buyers. That's not my expertise, right? So knowing what you want to do and who's your market is, and go and study, get the intellectual property and learn, and I guarantee you those people are going to gravitate towards you because you're going to be going after them.
Yeah. So what you do, it helps the community a lot as well, right?
Yeah.
And I believe that that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about other people.
Yeah.
And when you are involved the way you guys are,
Yeah.
I think the satisfaction is even, you know, everybody gets satisfaction from what they do, but what you do, I think, is at a higher level.
Yeah.
Because you're not only helping the community by bringing people into those homes,
Yeah.
but you start everything from the bottom up.
Yeah.
So it's a more complete process, I would believe.
You know what? Speaking of the community, and I'm going to share this story to the millions of people who's watching and listening. Mose and I and Jacob are building a community that I grew up in, Frenchtown, Fifth Ward, right? That same community, I remember my teacher in elementary school called me to the front. He said, Andre, come here. Everybody know what this finger means right there. It's not means that you're about to get an A or an apple. That means you're in trouble, right? He said, come here. And I remember standing up. He's taller. I'm looking at him. He's looking at me. He said, Andre, you will never amount to anything.
He told you that?
My teacher told me that. See, I thought I was about to say something positive, right? He said, Andre, you will never amount to anything. And I'm looking at him. And I remember me processing that information. And then he said, you go sit back down. Now, here's the thing. I grew up in Fifth Ward, right? My dad died when I was young. I was like, my son is 8. I had to be 6 when my dad died. My mom was on drugs. I remember me going to school and the kids knowing my mom was on drugs, right? Imagine that. You're going to school, kids know your mom was on drugs, and then you come home and you see your mom shooting herself with the needle.
Yeah.
Right? And that's why we have a heart for that community, because most of the kids who are acting up for a reason.
Yeah.
That was me, right? And I remember it traumatized me for a long period of time seeing my mom on drugs. My dad died at a young age. I began to act out because that's the only time I got attention was when I act out, right? And so that was another reason why we went back to Fifth Ward, is to set the staple there, but also to let the kids in the community know, hey, I'm from here.
Yeah.
I know what you're going through. I know you can get from under what you're going through, right? And that was another reason for us going back to Fifth Ward as well.
Wow. So when you look back at your project right now, how do you balance business based on what you just said? The business side, making or to make sure that you get a profit out of it because
Yeah.
you need to get a profit.
Yeah.
So how do you balance that in giving value back to that community that you came from?
Yeah. The first thing, like what Moza, Jacob, and myself is doing right now with the tiny home, our sales price is $220,000, right?
Okay.
So we went in thinking we can get $250, then we dropped the price to $235. Now it's $220. So we knew going in that we wanted to offer a value property to where it's at a great price point, but also enough for us to make a profit, right?
Yeah.
So even at $220, Jacob, Mose, and myself are able to make a profit
That's good.
at selling for $220. But what helped us out is that we're putting 9 homes on one lot. So the lot is like 15,000 square feet, and we put 9 homes on there.
Okay.
So by us maximizing the land helps us to make a profit on the land. So say for instance, we were only able to put 4 or 5 homes on there, we would have made no money.
Yeah.
By us, we call it the Livable Places Ordinance. The city of Houston just passed that rule to where you can do more with less. So because we're able to put 9 homes on this 15,000 square foot lot,
Makes sense.
we were able to make a profit just based on pure volume of homes that we're building.
But this is the thing, is we took a gamble on it as well,
Yeah.
because we were the first project to get approved under this livable ordinance. The city wanted,
What's the ordinance?
it's the livable ordinance.
The Livable Places Ordinance. Yeah.
Livable.
The city wanted to see more diverse projects than just the front loaders that were going up
yeah.
all around, right? And so they created this livable ordinance that allowed for
The courtyard.
the courtyard style projects, and then also the multifamily.
Yeah. The triplexes.
Yep. So they wanted to see diversity. Now this is the thing, is we came in, we had a 15,000 square foot lot.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, well this could work for us because, we're able to put more homes on it. But these homes are going to be a lot smaller than not only what we're used to building, but what's on the market and what has proof of sale. So,
Yeah.
So this is the first courtyard style project that got approved in Houston. And not only that, these are kind of these are going to be the first comparable homes at this square footage and bedroom bath count within, a new construction townhome style home. And so it was, we have no garage. They're 960 square feet, 2 bedroom, 2.5 bath.
So that's a good point. It could help someone who has a client who's only approved for $220,000, $240,000. What would be the guidelines for someone to get into that home? Is there any assistance from the county, the city, or?
Yeah, so this is the thing, is there's actually a few different there's a few different ways that you can use the programs that are available to your advantage. One, as a home buyer, right? As a home buyer, the area media income in that area is somewhere around 60. So if you're under the area media income, you have access to down payment assistance programs. The city of Houston has a down payment assistance program.
Per person or per family?
The
The 60,000.
It's per person, but then for down payment assistance, there's a household income that goes up a little bit higher than that.
Wow.
Because Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae have their own guidelines that the individual has to be under the AMI. But then for the down payment assistance programs, there's higher household incomes that you can qualify for the down payment assistance.
Wow.
The Freddie and Fannie give you better interest rate pricing. They give you better private mortgage insurance pricing and lower down payment. The down payment assistance gives you the money up front to do it. Now, for investors, Fifth Ward is one of the opportunity zones. Yeah. So as an investor can come in, invest in either one of the 5 opportunity zones, Fifth Ward being one of them, these townhomes being a part of that. And you can, number one, offset and delay your capital gains tax. Like let's say if as an investor you have funds from another project.
Okay, so you're talking about 1031 exchange.
1031 exchange. You can redirect those funds into an opportunity zone. After you've owned it for 10 years, you can take your cash out tax free. Yeah. Opportunity zones allow after a 10-year holding period to be able to sell the home, 0 capital gains tax.
So if you have a client who's approved for 220 or within that range, price, and you can find nothing, hey, Cole. This is your guy right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Wow.
the great thing about this product is appraised for $235, and we sell it to the client for $220. So they're walking in with $15K
$15,000
of
equity. Wow.
right? So you're walking in, and you're walking in with an opportunity to be one of the first in the community, because where we are is nothing but lots to where eventually it's going to be townhomes right there, right? And we are 3-4 minutes from downtown, right? You got the FIFA World Cup coming, right? For all my soccer fans, right? Go! Right? So to get ready for that, if you want a short-term rental, our product is 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath. Each bedroom has its own bathroom, so you can house hack a room
Yeah.
and do downstairs as a shared common space area, right? So it's so many opportunities for you to purchase this property to where it will help you pay your mortgage and also be able to be a homeowner.
Wow. So what's up for the future?
Yeah. Man, in the future, I'm about to have 5 more kids. Got you, Joe. No, that's a real joke. Yeah, that's a joke. The future. And we want to continue to add value to the community, right? Continue to mentor people who's looking to get into development. Understand how to be a top tier loan officer and a builder, or a real estate professional and a builder. And continue to build throughout the community, but also partnership with the right people. I got a couple of deals to where I'm mentoring a couple of people who's looking to develop, and I'm coming in as teaching them the ropes and getting a percentage ownership, right?
Yeah.
So I just want to continue to share the knowledge and the wisdom, continue to build, and continue to share my partnership with Moses and Jacob on what we have going on.
Beautiful.
And continue to speak to the millions of people who's watching and listening.
Keep on talking. I'm listening.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Andre, it was a pleasure.
But before you close, because you about to close, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Almost.
I love sharing this end nugget
Okay.
that's going to change and transform someone's life. Okay.
Nice. That's what it's all about. Yeah.
So I remember the team and I was taking pictures, right? I had on my bow tie, my suit, right? My one of my best smelling colognes, and your boy was looking good.
Oh.
Okay,
All
I was
right.
looking good, right?
All right. You have a picture?
Yeah, I do. I was looking good, right? And I remember the photographer was like, "Okay, Andre, I want you to pose. Say pose. Say pose.
Pose.
Yes.
Pose.
This is a group activity, okay?
Okay.
Say pose. So I remember him saying pose, all right? And so I'm posing. Then he said, Andre, I want you to smile. Say smile.
Smile.
So I'm posing and I'm smiling, right? He said, okay. And he started taking pictures. All I'm hearing is the click noise. Click, 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 click. He said, okay, Drake, we almost there. We almost there. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, how much longer do I have to pose and smile, right? He said, Drake, we almost there. We almost there. And all right, we done. Great job, Drake. And then I went up to him, I said, Mr. Photographer, I said, I'm pretty sure you did a great job. I seen the proof and everything, just like the cameraman right there. He showed us a picture. And I said, but why so many pictures? He said, well, Dre, I'm glad you asked. He said, what you have to understand is that you're focused on the assignment I gave you. He said, Dre, what was your assignment? I said, my assignment was to smile and pose. He said, good. But what you have to understand, as the cameraman, I have an assignment too. And he said, my assignment is to make sure that I make you look good. So what you're not seeing, Dre, is the birds that's behind you because you're behind the window, the glare, right? And the person who's walking past the window 3 or 4 times, right, to get in your picture. My job is to make you look good, right? He said, by the time that I'm done with this and you on Facebook and Instagram, everybody, all they're going to look at and say is that you look good. And I want to tell the millions of people who's watching and listening right now, like, this is your season of more than enough, right? You've been taking pictures. It seems like you just can't get it right. But understand that when your photographer is telling you to pose, he's setting you up for the next level. this is your season for the next level. Getting the right mentorship who's going to guide you and edify you and uplift you to the next level.
Thank you,
because
Jesus.
sometimes you can't see what's behind you. And this is your season of getting in the right room with Mr. Armando, Mr. Moser, right? Home Alliance Realty Group, right? Palm Capital. Like getting in the room with the greatness of people.
Yes.
Because as you are in front of the camera, they are able to see behind you. And for the millions of people who's watching and listening, this is your season of more than enough. And this is your season of breakthrough.
Dan,
Amen.
do we need to do
Yes,
a
sir.
close, man? We can tap that.
Yeah. Well, we'll leave that in Andre. Andre, thank you so much, brother.
Man,
Appreciate you being
Yeah,
here. It's an
yes,
honor.
Thank you. So for everyone out there, if you got value from this conversation, and you share it with a friend, and tell him what we're doing here, and I guess join us again for the next episode. And Mosa, you have anything?
That's it.
That's it, man. So
Appreciate you, fellas.
thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.